Good evening. Welcome to ORP TV. I'm Craig Stagner coming to you from the JK Auto Repair studio. JK Auto Repair is a full-service car care provider, 2301 Selmore Road in Ozark, Missouri. This is the All Parts Auto Salvage weekend race schedule. All Parts Auto Salvage with 2 locations in Springfield. 2600 North Benton is the salvage yard. 425 East Kearney is the parts store. Of course, you can rent U-Haul there as well as purchase some Schaefer Racing Motor Oil. See Alton and Krista and tell them that you heard about them here on ORP TV. And make sure when you're over at JK Auto Repair, tell Zach you heard about him here. He'll like that. Well, we made a trip today to, let me hit the mute here because this is going to be loud otherwise. We made the trip up to Polk County RC Raceway. Had heard a lot about it, saw a lot of friends were doing this. So snowy, cold, yucky day. Thought this is a perfect day to make the trip up to Polk County Raceway in Bolivar, Missouri at 1500 South Carl, just off the road, just barely off the road. I mean, it's super easy to find. This is a look at that facility. It is an amazing facility. This is the indoor off-road track. They do racing in here. It's on carpet. These jumps are movable. I'll talk about that in just a second. It is run by Shane and Joyce Thorington. They're from Modesto, California originally, but they had moved here for work. Joyce said she usually goes by Mrs. Thor, and Shane goes by Thor, short for Thorington, which I can completely relate to as Stag for Stagner. But had a good time meeting with Thor and Mrs. Thor. This is the indoor track, great facility, and off over here is where the drag strip is. This is a look here. I'm going to show you a little bit of what, that's how fast they go. That's real time right there. I'll show you that one more time. That is real time on this. Now here's a look at some of the pits, facility and racers. Here's your track. There's another look at the outdoor track. Look at the detail that goes into some of these cars. These are fantastic. I talked to, Shane and Joyce, or Thor and Joyce, run the off-road track portion, the part right here. The drag races are run by Dave and Brittany Farrell, who also are the race directors at Spokes BMX. So they know a lot about racing. Dave told me you can get into these cars anywhere $50 and up, depending on what you get. And like anything, I mean, you all are racers. You know how this goes. You can spend as much money as you want to. This is all bracket racing, though, so it's not heads up. A $50 race car could absolutely beat a $500 race car with the right racer doing it. So this is just like if you've been to the drag strip, so you've got your dial-ins. If you're not familiar with drag racing, we can talk about that another day, but I can answer those questions for you if you have any questions. You have your left lane, right there, man. It's just like drag racing. Here's a look. Here's one of the young ladies racing. Her and her grandpa raced together, and I thought that was really cool. All the track here, different setups. They have these cars. They bring in their carrying cases of cars, and they'll have multiple cars there. Really neat setup. Drag racers will know Jeg Coughlin. Look there at that car. Look at the details on these. Really do a cool job with some of the work on this one's even got spark plug wires and everything. Another look at them. This is young lady there racing, and here's her car making a quick pass right here. Pretty good. Now, this is just got a couple of these videos here like that. That's how fast they were going. We had a camera set up there. Now, this was my favorite one. This was my favorite race of the day that I saw here. This is Brittany Farrell and her husband, Dave, lined up here, going to race. And you see, a little kiss there for good luck. And here they go. Brittany took the win there. Congratulations, Brittany. There must have been something to do with washing dishes. She said something about him having to wash bowls, the next 10 bowls or something he was going to be having to wash. So congratulations to Brittany there taking the win on that. They race on Tuesday, Friday, Saturday for off-road and on-road. They're on-road. They take that off-road course, take those jumps off and make it just a road course. $10 to race. There's different prices. We're going to put all that information up. Drag racing is on Sundays. I'm going to put this all together and post a link or post a picture of all the details on it. It doesn't cost to go anything race. If you want to do the off-road course inside there, they'll rent you a car for $5 so you can see if you like it. You can get into those kind of cars for a couple $100, quite a bit bigger than the RC car, the drag cars. They have family plans, individual plans, whole lot of great things going on. And I can tell you, I saw racers from Mocan, from Springfield Raceway, from Ozark Raceway Park, a lot of racers. Hey, racing season's kind of over, but these guys still have that competitive spirit. They don't go to bed just because it's winter. It doesn't go into hibernation. So they were there racing and having a great time. Highly recommend Polk County RC Raceway in Bolivar, Missouri. On Wednesday when we did the show, of course it was pre-recorded. On Tuesday, well, we found out during the day on Wednesday that a second street outlaw racer had suffered a traumatic loss with another trailer fire. This is a look here at JJ DeBoss. There, most of you will recognize JJ right there, standing outside of his trailer. There's the other one. There was a lot of rumors and speculations as to what cars it were that were damaged. It was not Zip Tie and Old Heavy, the pickup truck, as they had originally said. It was a remake of Old Heavy. It was kind of a Old Heavy 2.0, and then a car they had just bought and named the Gray Goose. Said that his wife was behind him traveling, saw smoke coming out, and he said, no, that's just this old pickup truck smoking. And then they realized it was coming out of the wrong side, got stopped. Flames, car's complete loss. Now, if you don't know much about JJ DeBoss, or maybe you have an opinion of him, I happen to love the guy, and I saw some video. He took several videos talking about it. His place looks like a blast. There was little kids riding ATVs and four-wheelers and two-wheelers and all kinds of things. And he said, hey, look, man, these are just cars. He said, those little kids right there is what it's all about. Life's good. We're healthy. And this was his words. He said, me and my ugly kids, we're all safe and sound. He said, all them cars can be replaced. This is what matters. I thought, man, this guy just lost $250,000 worth of stuff. And he's just saying, hey, we're good. Those are just cars. Pretty healthy way to look at it. One of those things I really love about JJ DeBoss, if you know much about him. NASCAR had some interesting news this week. Announced that, you already knew that Bristol is going to run a dirt race. I found out that they are also, the week before that, going to be having a dirt national. They're going to have some modifieds and things like that. So that Bristol, for a couple weekends, is going to be the mecca of dirt racing with modified sprint cars and such, and then NASCAR. So really interesting there. That is going to be May 28th. The weekend before, this was the real surprise, is another road course that's popped up. This one is in Austin, Texas, called Circuit of the Americas. That's just an awful name, I think. COTA, C-O-T-A, Circuit of the Americas. But it's not just a NASCAR course. They're going to try to get Indy cars and all kinds of things. It's a whole big facility. So Austin, Texas, May 21st through 23rd, that weekend will be NASCAR. So NASCAR's putting all their tricks here in early, running their trick plays in May. So you got one weekend is going to be road course at Austin, Texas for the first time. And then the next weekend, dirt track at Bristol. I will tell you that the Circuit of Americas is a 3.41 mile track with 20 turns. Compare that to the new Ozark International Raceway at Gravois Mills that has said that they hope to also attract NASCAR. That's a 3.87 mile track with 19 turns. So very similar, just a little bit longer. Really interesting. I really think that NASCAR will probably eventually make a stop in Indy at Gravois Mills. That's great news for the Ozarks and for the state of Missouri tourism-wise. Springfield Raceway today announced the details about their race coming up on February 13th. This is the Sweetheart Enduro 200, $1,000 to win. This is February 13th, so day before Valentine's Day. This is a 200-lap race. It is going to be, I'm sure the details may change. I'm not sure what all, but this is a look at your information, your sign-up sheet. That is available on the Springfield Raceway page with all your information about it. They have a rain and snow ice date that they would do it the couple weekends after that. But right there, next big car event is February 13th at Springfield Raceway. The next few races coming up, nothing going on this weekend. The next races, Polk County RC, of course, does have their Tuesday night off-road racing at 6:30. Friday night, the road course indoor racing at 7 o'clock. Saturday, off-road racing at 4:30. And Sunday, 1 o'clock. Mid-South Arena Cross has a couple weeks off. They don't come back until January 2nd in Gonzales, Louisiana. And Hoosier Arena Cross has New Year's Day, January 1st, as well as January 2nd in Council Bluffs, Iowa. Before I wrap this one up, I want to wish a very special 51st wedding anniversary to my mom and dad, the original Stag, the OG Stag, Ron and Maureen. Happy anniversary. I love you, Mom and Dad. 51 years, that's amazing. Congratulations to you. I love you both. Hope you had a great day. That's going to do it for this week. Make sure you join us back here Wednesday. We'll be live this week on Wednesday, and I can tell you I'm going to have a very, very special guest in here, I believe, Wednesday. My granddaughter, Mia. That's right. Going to have a co-host. She's beautiful. She's my granddaughter, Mia Racer. I believe will be right here co-hosting with me Wednesday live on ORP TV. So we'll see you back here Wednesday at 6 o'clock on Facebook. Until then, for ORP TV, I'm Stag.